Hey, stock and options traders, welcome back to the channel where your success is my top priority. And if you don't already know, my name is Karl Domm, and I'm the only instructor on YouTube that has shared my P&L with my daily balances since September of 2019, which includes every market environment, a bull, a sideways, a grind down, and a crash market. No one else has shared their real P&L of their portfolios on YouTube since 2019. And in this video, I'll be taking you on a journey through my trading accounts, showcasing my actual P&L or net liquidation for the month of October of 2025. And for over 30 years, I've been mastering the art of online stock and options trading, and now I want to share my expertise with you. Now, if you're here to learn and want to determine the worth of a stock or options course, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. And my goal is to revolutionize this industry and bring transparency to the forefront. And I believe that if an instructor makes promises when selling a course, they should prove their credibility by sharing their account P&L. And so far, I believe I've influenced a couple others to share their P&L. Now, not only that, but share the volatility of their account's P&L. It's important to understand how much the account value fluctuates, which means how much did the account move up or down. If your account made a 20% return, but it was down 60% at one point, then the 20% return is not a good return on risk. Sharing the P&L volatility is important because the real truth lies in risk-adjusted returns. And that's why I share my P&L, my daily moves of my accounts, so you can see the real results for yourself. Now ask your potential instructor this. Do you believe instructors should consistently share their portfolio P&L and equity curve, including deposits and withdrawals? Now, I wouldn't buy a course from someone who doesn't share their P&L, and I hope you feel the same way. And that's why I'm proud to say that in this video, I'll be taking you through my real P&L for the month of October 2025 for all four accounts. So let's get started. Are you ready for some real trading results? I've got 4 separate trading accounts with 4 separate systems in each one, and I'm eager to share the results with you. Now, for context, here's a quick look at my trading journey. My journey can be broken down into 5 trading levels. At first, I started with level 1, fundamental analysis, going long and short based on a story or a CNBC commentator. Well, that didn't work. Then I went to level 2, technical analysis, using chart patterns to predict the future. That didn't work for me. Then I went to level 3, long options, chasing leverage with low probability trades. And I ended up losing money. Then I got to level 4, which is premium selling, which does have an edge, but crashes cause 40 to 60% drawdowns. Then I finally learned level 5, which is hedged premium selling, which it captures the edge while protecting against large drawdowns. Now, as a level 5 options trader, I categorize market moves into 4 types. Number 1, the rising bull. Number 2, the sideways market. Number 3, the grind down market. And number 4, the crash type market. Now, there are a lot of trading instructors that don't take all 4 markets into account with their trade plan. But before we dive into the numbers, let's take a quick look at what the market did in October of 2025, and this will give us a better understanding of the challenges my systems faced over the last month. Okay, so looking at SPX, which represents the S&P 500, and we ended the month last month here, right here, and then we came into October. You could see the big spike down on the 10th, which also gave us more volatility, as you can see there. And then we kind of went sideways a little bit, had another big spike, had another downturn, but had a larger spike in volatility, which is a little bit rare. Kind of interesting that this spike in volatility is actually higher than this one. That's not normally the case, but that's what happened. So once we kind of went sideways a little bit, kind of inside this candle here, we just kind of went up, and we ended here at the end of the month up about 2.28%. So in October of 2025, the S&P rose another 2.2%, marking its 5th consecutive month of gains and continuing the bull market trend, up over 40% since the low in April. And the index even hit new all-time highs here on the 29th. You can see here at 69.20. Volatility for October spiked significantly on October 10th. You can see the spike here where the volatility rose over 23. Then it went and spiked again on the 16th over the VIX probably went over 25. Let's take a look at the VIX. So let's take a look at October. Right here, you can see the initial spike on the 10th, and then you see a nice big spike almost to 28 on the 17th. So the VIX did spike significantly this month, but then by the end of the month, it's like, oh, nothing happened, no big deal. So everything kind of recovered. So let's break it down for different types of option premium sellers. Directional premium sellers like bullish strategies, but selling credit spreads, bull credit spreads, for example, likely had a solid month overall. The volatility spike, here on the 10th and then again on the 16th and the 17th, caused temporary drawdowns, but for those who didn't panic, eventually came out ahead. And the next time this volatility spikes, it could cause more, even permanent damage. You just don't know how much it's going to spike. And if it spikes significantly, it's going to force margin calls, but it didn't do that this time. For delta neutral traders, using delta neutral strategies like iron condors or butterflies, October probably was also favorable. The market, moved upward, but not too aggressively. But the volatility again caused some unrealized losses. And for those who held through the turbulence, they did fine. But if they took losses, it's possible that they maybe had a stop loss here, selling options, and maybe they took losses there. Now, for the real strategy traders, the wheel traders tend to lean long, so they benefited from October's bullish trend and likely saw some drawdowns, right, on October 10th and then the 16th and the 17th. But they likely weathered the storm. Even if you were diversifying the wheel across 5 different stocks, for example, it may work for a while, but eventually each position can get assigned and fall far below the entry price, leaving all 5 positions underwater. And at that point, calls sold near cost basis can earn little to actually no premium. While if you want to sell calls at the market where market prices are, then you risk locking in losses. So this traps capital in long-term zombie positions, and it highlights the wheel's fatal flaw. So without a built-in hedge, steady gains can eventually be erased using the wheel strategy. But there you have it for the market for October of 2025. That said, level 4 traders, premium sellers without a hedge, can face severe challenges when the market crashes. If you believe the market will never crash again, then level 4 trading could suit you. But history tells us the market crashes every 3 to 5 years. For example, on August 24th, 2015, February 5th, 2018, the COVID crash, March of 2020. We have August 5th of 2024, and most recently, April 7th of 2025. Now, if you, like me, anticipate a future crash, positioning yourself as a level 5 trader can help prepare for such events and potentially avoid those devastating 40 to 60% drawdowns. The truth is, the market's direction is unpredictable. It can go up. It can go sideways. It can go down. And that's why it's always a good idea to have a non-directional system in your portfolio so you can eventually be profitable no matter which way the market moves. Well, welcome to the world of level 5 trading where the rules are set in stone and profitability has been proven. My proprietary trading systems are designed to make money no matter the market environment, and they're the only ones of their kind. With a focus on level 5 trading, you can bypass all the lower levels, level 1 through 4, and go straight to the top without having to spend years learning and mastering lower level systems. But don't just take my word for it. I've taken over 30 online stock and options trading courses from YouTube instructors, and not one of them offered a level 5 trading system. In fact, I've yet to see proof that a level 1 through 4 system is consistently profitable in all 4 market environments. So if you're looking for the real deal, you've come to the right place. Join me on this journey of level 5 trading for yourself. And if you come across any other instructors who share their P&L, be sure to let me know in the comments below. I'm always looking for instructors with real results and real portfolio P&L being shown. And I'm not talking about spreadsheets. So if you're ready to see my real P&L for the month of October of 2025, let's go ahead and dive in here. So next, I'm going to get into my 4 separate trading accounts, each with their own trading system. And I trade 4 accounts and share my real results on YouTube to demonstrate that it could be possible to outperform the market on a risk-adjusted basis, as I have by employing 100% mechanical, black and white, non-directional rules. Now, I want to clarify that I have one higher risk strategy that is called the earnings edge, and also the PL5 Pro is underperforming this year, but overall it has outperformed. Now, the first account where I show my live results here is on YouTube in my account that I started with $403,000 in July of 2024. Where I employ portfolio margin. My goal in this account is to control drawdowns at all costs and safely protect and grow my capital. Now, I currently allocate this capital into the PL5 Pro strategy. So here's the results for the month of October for 2025 for my PL5 Pro larger account. Okay, looking at the account for October, you can see that started with 431,109, didn't add or subtract any money. Ended at 438.15, made $6,906 on a net liquidation basis. You can see here on October 10th, it did see some drawdowns down around 3.29%. That volatility spike didn't help, but then, we recovered quickly here. And for the month, for the PL5 Pro, I'm up 1.6%. You can see that 1.6% for the month, lagging behind the S&P just a little bit at 2.2%. So there you have it for the PL5 Pro for the month of October 2025. If you're serious about advancing your options trading knowledge and have more than $40,000 in capital, I offer my Premier Level 5 Pro Masterclass, where I teach every detail step by step until my students can confidently trade it on their own. The cart is currently closed for the Masterclass. To get into the program, you can join the PL5 Pro waitlist. Just click the link in the description. Now, I also manage a second account with my PL5 Pro strategy, which I started with $30,000 using span margin instead of portfolio margin. This account demonstrates that the PL5 Pro strategy is achievable even with less than $100,000 in capital. And the PL5 Pro strategy has been backtested to outperform the market with roughly the same volatility. This particular variant of the PL5 Pro strategy has been backtested to outperform the market with roughly the same volatility. The PL5 Pro trade plan, this particular one, is designed to outperform the S&P, and this specific plan tends to mirror the market drawdown, but it's built to track and outperform the S&P over time. And the strategy was recently launched on July 16, 2024, and here are the results for October of 2025. In my Interactive Brokers $30,000 real money demonstration account. Okay, looking at the PL5 Pro variant, which I have been referring to as the PL5 for a while. I started the account with $34,734 and ended the month at $35,535. So we can do a little bit of math here. 35,535 minus 34,734, up over around $800, $801, or you can see here it was up 2.18%, pretty much matching the market for the PL5 variant. You can see we did come down around almost 3% there on October 10th with that jump in volatility with the system. But once the volatility recovers, we come back up. Let's take a look here. Once that volatility recovers, we get back up pretty quick. That's the way the system works. And you can see that overall, up 2.18% for the PL5 Pro variant that I'm running in this account. And that is for the month of October of 2025. Remember, outperformance isn't just about achieving higher percentage of returns. It's also about considering the amount of risk you're taking. Any expert in the field will emphasize the importance of risk-adjusted returns. This particular program is a variant of the PL5 Pro system, and it's available exclusively through my Premier Level 5 Pro Masterclass, where I teach every detail step by step until my students can confidently trade it on their own. The cart's currently closed for the Masterclass, but to get in, you can join the PL5 Pro waitlist. Just click the link in the description. Now, next is my safe whale strategy. I trade this strategy live and share every detail Every Monday at 7:15 a.m. Pacific time, I trade the account in real time and answer all questions to help you fully understand and apply the system. The easiest way to find the live stream is to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Now, here are the results of the safe wheel for October of 2025. Okay, looking at the safe whale here, you can see that we had a little bit of drawdown, maybe 1.5%, but ended up the month 6.46%. Nice returns there for this month of October. I started the account with 5705 in the beginning of the month, didn't add or subtract anything, up to 6,073, made $368, up nicely 6.46% for the safe wheel for October of 2025. For a limited time, I'm giving you full access to the Safe Whale Masterclass, including the complete course, the flow chart, the private community, and the weekly trade alerts. Now, I've sold this package for $495 many times in the past, but right now you can get it completely free. Just click the link in the description while it's still available. Now, finally, I trade my earnings edge system. This system is based on trading certain stocks coming into earnings, and the goal is to turn a small account into a large account. And this system has some volatility, so I would start smaller with around $5,000. Now, what I like about this trade structure is that it's long gamma, which creates an asymmetry. And in this case, asymmetry is kind of like hoping for a large move in the stock, either up or down. And the more it moves, the more profitable the trade becomes. Now, in October, I traded 4 stock positions with the earnings edge. I traded TSM for a $1,494 profit. I traded IBM for a $1,260 profit. I traded Hood, which is Robinhood, for a $1,122 profit. And I traded AMAT for a break even. Now, I started the account with $5,000 and I look to make one trade a week when earnings trades are available. My goal is to make larger profits with smaller risk and have more wins than losses. So here are the results for the earnings edge account for October of 2025. Okay, looking at the earnings edge account for October, it started with 22,287, didn't add or subtract any money, made 3,129, ended at 25,417. You can see how it kind of went. I only have one position on at a time. Kind of drew down a little bit with that one where I broke even. You can see where I broke even with it. Kind of drew down a little bit and then ended up breaking even, up 14.04% on the month. That's a good month, right? 14% on the month. Yeah, you see this kind of volatility with the earnings edge. But there you have it for the earnings edge account, up over $3,000, up over 14% for the month of October of 2025. See the link in the description to find out more about each strategy. For traders with smaller accounts, I offer 2 tailor approaches. The safe wheel, which is available through my live stream and through the link in the description for free, and the earnings edge system, which balances higher risk with higher reward. Now, if you're interested in learning how I invest around 70% of my net worth using the PL5 Pro system, you can join the wait list to be notified when I open enrollment again. See the links in the description for more details.